your hands together and let's make some noise.
Hello, yes. Clap. Hey, yes, hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. My name is CHARLENE McCarthy Krabby, and I'm your Miss Trans Global Ghana, here today to sit with you and learn something about me. Do you get what I mean? Oh, gosh, the fish frozen. So, basically, as I am CHARLENE, CHARLENE is a fashion designer, entrepreneur, philanthropist, and also an activist. I have been basically starting my clothing line at the age of 13, and from there, I basically continued to do fashion design. I transitioned and went through my journey around when I was about 21, 20, about 2021. Since then, I have been living my best life, my absolutely amazing self. I currently also work alongside different organizations to help transgender people around the world. And I also do cabin crew for British Airways. So I'm a woman of basically many different talents. I'm all over the place doing everything. But I'm here today, basically, guys, with you to I feel like share some of my my deep self, my inner meanings, who I am, what I'm gonna do with you guys. So, the history of basically my life and where I have basically come from is I am originally born in Ghana, raised in the United Kingdom. Obviously, that was a great privilege for me because being born in London and being able to live in London, I was able to transition freely with protection and being accepted by the community around me. From then, I have also been able to, like, how can I say? I feel like that's one part of my history, and another part of my history is also my career, because my career holds a very big, deep understanding of who I am as an individual, shaped me. I feel like all my experiences I've had from growing up from a young age to being an adult now is all of the things that have come together to pile up to make this amazing person that is sitting in front of you today. Amazing, confident person. But, and that is a but, I haven't always been like that. And I feel like that is one of the main reasons why I am here. And I would love for people to see me, and I would love to win this pageant so that I can show people that you can be normal, you can be this ordinary person that can go out and get all the dreams that you have dreamt for, and it can all become a reality for yourself, if that makes sense. Oh gosh, I feel like it's it's freezing. So I basically saw Miss Trans Global. So my experience, okay, so let's go there. So my experience with Miss Trans Global started about a year ago. I saw Miss Trans Global. It was one of the first pageants, transgender pageants I basically came across that allowed people like me and people of I feel like who accepted everyone for anyone and for who you are. So that was a big, I feel like that was a really big thing for me. Um, Being part of a community where I have, like I said, I'm a fashion designer, and I was always able to make clothes for different pageant queens. One thing for me was to always do pageantry, to be able to sit there and do clothes for myself, and then obviously wear them outside and also present myself as an individual. One of the best things that have happened to me since then is obviously getting Miss Trans Global, and I thought, you know what, it was a moment of like just sitting there, and I was thinking, you know what, let me just go for it. Let's just go for it and see what happens. You know what I mean? Let's just see what happens. And I did. So I applied. And applying for Miss Trans Global it's actually changed my life so much because I've actually become more of a confident individual, believing more in myself. There were so many different things that I didn't know how to do before in terms of speaking to people, talking in public, being able to appreciate my body for what it is, and not thinking or looking down at myself. And that was one thing that Miss Trans Global was able to do for me, being part of it, just literally being part of it, not winning, not having the trophies. And trust me, everybody wants to win. That's the thing. Everybody wants to win, but literally just having the experiences of being there was like it's changed a lot for me. And I feel like with that, I want to be able to take all of that experience that I think I've learned and try and give it to like the new generation of transgender females that are coming up in our world, if that makes sense. Okay, so like I was saying earlier, in terms of being born in Ghana and then being obviously living in the United Kingdom, I was able to transition freely. Unfortunately, for a lot of people, that is not the case. A lot of transgender individuals that I know and that I personally are friends with that have lived in Ghana, who have grown up in Ghana, do not have the freedom that I've basically had within the United Kingdom. Right now in Ghana, there's a lot of horrible things that are going on, and it I feel like not even horrible, inhumane. I feel like people's human rights have been taken away from them. So let's just start from the beginning. In Ghana, we never had a law that will protect LGBT peoples. There was a buggery law that was put in place many years ago, that criminalized people who are of the same sex, or who are deciding to, what was actually people of the same sex having intercourse, that would get them arrested. Obviously, being in a country where it was very predominantly Christian, they didn't really understand or wasn't able to accept the concept that there are other people out there that are like me and like other transgender people or people who are non-binary. And with that, the government so there was a group of, okay, so let's go back a little bit. There's a group of people that have decided to create like a safe space for LGBT peoples within Ghana. And this safe space was literally just meant to be a space where if you had a problem at home or if you had an issue, and if you are watching right now and you are from different countries, or countries from the West, like I am, sorry, this lash is dropping, from the West that I am, you understand that we have different communities that we can support and help us if we're going through certain things. Like New York, back in the early 90s, there was the concept of houses, and that was where you would go and you will be taken in by someone who's not your parent or who's not your biological mother, but then they become your mother and become your family. So there was something similar like that based in Ghana, where we had gone out. I'll say we, because I feel like we're all in this together. Even though it was them, they had gone out. They have contacted different organizations. They have contacted different oh gosh, my words are going. They contacted different representatives of different countries, or what do we even call them? What's the word again? There's a word, but I'm going to come back for that. That had come together to create this amazing safe place. So the place was actually opened. They had given the place to us. We had the building. It was open, and as it opened, the first thing that happened was that the Ghanaian government sent off the military to come and shut it down, and then it started spiraling. So now Ghana is going through this free fall of many people. Oh, someone said I'm so beautiful. Thank you. It set a spiral of like many other things that have literally come after that. So the first thing was obviously to shut down the safe space that was meant to help LGBT people. After that, obviously the protests happened. We need to fight back. I do believe that for us to be able to get the things that we need, or get the respect that we want, or get the protection that we're so deserving of, we have to fight back. So there was protests that were happening, and there was people going out on the streets and obviously complaining, but campaigning, speaking about it, and talking about the situations that were happening in Ghana. And with that came the second wave of tragedy that happened within Ghana, and that was also they arrested 21 activists and kept them in prison for almost 2 months without no real charges, without no real laws in place for them. And because of that, obviously, the LGBT rights Ghana team came together, and they basically decided that they're going to get different lawyers and different people to represent us in court. And with that, they were able to basically get release the whole 21. They call them the whole 21. So you can research about that. I've even put a little link in my bio. You can read about it. And with that, they then released them. So we all thought it was okay. We all then thought, okay, maybe now they've been released. There's a hope for us, at least try and move forward, speak to our parliament, speak to people so we can get change. And then the third wave of things came. Obviously, one thing that was very apparent was that they had no right to keep these people in prison. So now the Ghanaian government and some certain people, especially is it the United Christian Union, have funded for certain people within Parliament to put forth a bill to criminalize transgender individuals, to criminalize people who are non-binary, to criminalize activism. So it's actually crazy. They're literally telling you that they will arrest you if you are going outside to protest against wrongful doings against LGBT people. And that's a law that's going to be put in place right now. And obviously, when growing up, my parents lived in the UK. So I was privileged enough to come to UK. And I've always said that me as an individual, I just want people I just want to be a voice to everyone, to the people who don't understand, to the ignorant people, to the people that don't understand what's going on, to the people that do understand, to the people that can't speak, people can speak. I just want to be a voice. And being moved to the UK and able to transition freely and be able to live my life and continue my life as a female, that's how I truly am. I noticed that there's two things that we definitely, as individuals or as a community or as a country or even as a whole, as the world, let's say a continent, because one thing that I've noticed is in Africa, they're very against LGBT people. But so let's say as a continent, one thing that we do need is an acceptance and protection. Acceptance for us to be who we deserve to be. Like, we are human beings. We choose to live our lives and do things the way we want to. We wake up in the morning and we eat cereal, for crying out loud. We go to the toilet when we want to. We choose to pick our work. So why can't we choose to live the way we want to? So that was one of my first things for my campaign, acceptance. And protection was my second part of the campaign. And that's also another thing that I personally believe is truly a driving force to allow us to thrive as a community within our bigger community. The truth of the matter is we may be the minority, but we are definitely part of the majority. We are part of the communities that are out there that sit there and are wanting to cut us off. We're forever going to be there. So the concept that individuals can come and tell us who we are and who we should be is mind-boggling. But once again, we'll go into that a bit later, because in my show today, I've got a few other my friends. They're going to come up and they're definitely going to speak about this. But yeah, so my two campaigns for this whole thing is acceptance and protection. I always guys say, if you're at home, sit there and say acceptance and protection, because honestly speaking, those are the two things that's going to allow our community to thrive. I'm not a magician. I'm not here to promise anything. The only thing I'm here to promise is that I will do my absolute best to go forth and allow change to start, because I'm one person. I can't make the whole continent or even Ghana itself change their laws. But what I can definitely do is speak up and be visible so that they can see me and they can know that I am here, and that it's visible that there's other Ghanaians and other people of the African diaspora that is here and that is part of this LGBT community, and we are part of the society. Okay, so that was a little bit about me. Oh, I forgot to add. I want to add last more questions. So guys, let me get comfortable. So, if I, Miss Charlene, your Miss Trans Global, Charlene McCarthy Krabby, Miss Trans Global Ghana, have the opportunity to win this coveted title as Miss Trans Global, honestly, and like I said before, I'm not going to promise that I'm going to change the world. But what I am going to definitely do is to make sure that we are known and that there is some form of something happening. At the end of the day, it only takes one step to make thousands of steps, or one movement to make a whole chain move. And that is what I'm hoping to do. I'm hoping to speak to different individuals. We are now in a day and age where social media is upon us. We have social media, we have internet, we have all of these things. Look at me, you guys are chatting to me from miles away. Might I say, I'm actually at work and I thought I'll run over here and have this conversation with you guys. But we can do this. You get what I mean? This is the situation. So why not use this? if I win Miss Trans Global, there's going to be 5 other amazing queens that are going to be besides me. We're all sinners. We're all sisters and we're all winners. That's one thing we all need to remember, that we are all sisters and we're all winners. We all won our individual pageants and we all sat here with the coveted title from where we sit. Let's use those individuals to tap into different areas. I have come up with a plan and I would love to share that plan with you guys. Hopefully, if you guys watch the show, you will definitely see my plan. I've come up with a plan, and it breaks down what I would love to do. Firstly, contacting my 5 girls, the 5 queens that are underneath me. We sit down and we go forth and contact individual people that are targeted within our community to create change. Find out those people who can speak. Because one thing is that I've noticed as well is that there's a lot of people that can actually create change, but they're afraid to speak because they feel like they're going to be ridiculed for their thoughts or the fact that they believe in us, and that is the misconception. So that is the first thing. Find those people and get to them, speak to them, try and get them to also understand. Another thing is I'm gonna start this movement of let's stop bashing people. Yes, we understand that people can be definitely ignorant, but if we also bash them, we're never going to get anywhere. So as a queen, I need to tell you, or as a queen or as a mother, because people even call me mother, I need to tell you that there is different ways to go about to getting an outcome. Let's use love and kindness. If someone doesn't understand something about you being trans, don't kiss your teeth or get angry at them. Speak to them. Let them understand. Make them understand who we are, understand what we're doing. Make them understand what we go through on a day-to-day basis so that they know they're well informed about the situations that are happening. That is not just a situation where we're just individuals, or like some people will say, men in wigs or whatever. That is not the case, babe, honey. I've got breasts that have grown on my own. You need to understand something. This ain't easy, honey. I'm having hot flashes. Look at me right now. I've got a fan right here because I have hot flashes. Yeah, it's not easy, babe. Like I said earlier, guys, I am an ordinary female. I'm an ordinary woman, and I want to show people that anything is possible. Like, I'm going to go forth and speak to my queens. We're going to attack the people that need to be attacked. I don't want to say attack like that, but attack in a nice way. We're going to contact the individuals that are going to create change in our countries. And let's also bring communities. One thing we have got in this LGBT community, and that's the one thing we also need to address, is that there is a divide within our own community. We can't have a divide within our own community if you want to have a change from everyone. So let's go forth and bring people together. Me, as Miss Trans Global Ghana, my aim and my mission is not to promise you false hopes and dreams, but to let you understand and know that I am here to work my ass off to make sure that at least I can start a chain reaction so that the queen after me can take off my crown, yes, my crown that I won, and she can put it on her head and she can continue running that race that I started.
Yeah.
That's what I would love to do as your Miss Trans Global if I do get the opportunity to win the coveted title. Oh gosh, it's frozen. Sorry guys, sometimes it's a bit hard. This whole thing is a bit techie, you know what I mean? Okay, so now we're going to move on to the next part of the segment. So basically, I've got 2 amazing people. One of them is they're 2 of my dearest friends, firstly, right? One of them is called Damilola Alijonwo. He's a makeup artist. He's also a Nigerian. He's also has also had his own parts in activism within the UK and Nigeria. He is literally what we would say, throw it in your face, girl. He has the makeup, he has the eyebrows, he has it all. And we're going to have a conversation about basically the LGBT rights and their thoughts on how we can actually change. Another thing is also get in contact with different areas and getting ideas from everywhere. And the other person is someone that I've known for like years. I've known him since I was literally a child. And he has been with me through thick and thin, through right or wrong, through everything. And that's Eugene Danhua. I love him so much. And he's actually, the funny thing is, I actually appointed him my manager for my reign. So if I win, you guys are going to be seeing Eugene. So I would love to firstly say thanks for having them, guys, before I even bring them on. And thanks for being here, guys, because I know they can hear me. And I hope you guys enjoy the conversation we're going to have. We're going to have a nice discussion about ideas and situations and what we believe we could do to make our countries or make this world a better place for everywhere. Do you get what I mean? So, without further ado, Eugene and Dami. Let's see if they're coming. Are they coming? Dammy, Eugene, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh my God, my babies! Hey, hey, Dammy, how you, babe? Oh, Dammy, can't hear you. I think you're muted. Just check if you're muted or not, babe.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Eugene. Oh, thank you, Eugene. Hey, Eugene. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Eugene. Dammy, can I hear you? No, Dammy, we can't hear you, babe. And you got such a lovely voice too. We need to hear you. Is it muted on your screen?
Maybe take your headphones out.
Oh, Dammy, you're muted. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Dammy, you're muted. I can see it. No, we can't hear you. Is your phone connected to Bluetooth? Check if your phone is connected to Bluetooth. Oh, he's gone. Anyway, let's start the discussion anyway, Eugene. And Dammy will rejoin us in a second. So, obviously, like I was saying earlier, I don't know if you heard what I was saying before. I am not here to give false hope. The truth of the matter is, it's all about coming together and bringing love together. I'm sure you've heard about what's happening within Ghana as well. You can introduce yourself. So just let everybody know who you are, what you do, your background, and then we'll go from there.
Wonderful, wonderful. So I'm Eugene Darkwa. I'm a creative at large, and I work with young people both here in the UK and also in Ghana. I currently work with multiple organizations within the creative arts industry and in fashion. So that's my industry, my judge. But I do work a lot with a few members of the LGBTQ plus community as a mentor. I do mentoring sessions with them and various workshops to support them, whether it be with finding themselves as their own individual person, work, career advice, things that myself, even Charlene, did not have growing up, even in this United Kingdom. We didn't have set opportunities, so my main focus is just giving back to the next generation, equipping them with the knowledge and experience that I have, and just helping them to grow and continue the legacy that we are building now for their future and the future generations to come. So that's me.
Firstly, what I'm going to say is thank you, because at the end of the day, the truth of the matter is, like I said, first queen, five queens,
how about now?
Our job is to go forth and bring people of the community together so we can hear. Dammy, can you say something? Ahead and say, Dammy?
Hi.
Hi, Dammy! 1 second, I'll be back to you. Yeah, so once again, thank you so much, Eugene. Eugene, guys, you need to follow him. He's amazing. Okay, we'll make Dammy introduce yourself, and then we're going to kick off this conversation. Dammy, introduce yourself, who you are, what you do, and your background for LGBT. Are you part of this community? Are you not part of the community?
Well, I'm definitely part of the community. I've always been, and I always will be. My name is Dammy Lola, and I am a makeup artist. As you can see, my face is all nice and clean and soft today. So giving me very natural right now, but makeup artist.
Glow, honey.
And I have known Charlene for a very long time. She's a very great friend of mine. I'm so proud of her journey so far in this Miss Trans Global.
Can I pause you for because I want to say one thing. I started my journey with Dammy.
Yeah,
me and Dammy started this journey together.
So anyway. I've seen Charlene since birth to the beautiful one that she is right now, and I'm so happy.
Oh, thank you, babe.
And yes, you said my part in LGBT. I've been very vocal in the LGBT community in terms of providing videos and always giving my experience in what I've dealt with. And I think it's very important, especially being an African man, to be able to represent a part of my community. I mean, I stand for a lot of guys, a lot of people that are part of the community that don't have that confidence to be themselves. I've always been myself as well. And like Charlene, you know, and Eugene, you know as well, we always preach self-acceptance and self-confidence. And these are the two important things that's very needed in when you're going through coming out the closet and being who you are. So definitely.
Yes. Thank you so much, Dammy. That was amazing. So quick one, for you, both of you, right? And I feel like this is what we're going to start with a conversation of this. Once again, I was telling you that we need to also empower people. So, Dammy, one thing I know about you and Eugene as well, that I know it happened to you multiple times as well. How did you combat, for example, people that judged you incorrectly, people that basically came at you? Because Dammy, I know you get a lot for your makeup and how you wear makeup and how guys look at you certain way and people outside look at you. And Eugene, I get you. You guys, you had a bum. the bum shakes like this. He just be shaking when he walks. So we'll be outside, and guys, people will be saying things. So how do you guys combat those things? And if they, because I'm hoping, and I know there's going to be young people watching this, what advice would you give them to move forward from it? Because when you talk about empowering people and giving that protection, do you get what I mean? That acceptance for themselves. Do you get what I mean?
I'll let Eugene go with that. Eugene, you go first.
Yeah.
So with me, it depends on the environment. So there have been times where I've seen guys that would be wearing the designer brands from Versace to Gucci. I'd be like, oh, brother, if you're not supporting your fellow black person who's part of the LGBT, you shouldn't be funding a Caucasian man who's part of the LGBT. Be consistent.
Sure.
And that's one thing. And also, for those who are of the Christian belief or the Muslim belief or very spiritual, is love. I'm like, brother, my sister, if you're bringing me down and bringing other people down, it could be your brother, your sister that will be going through my journey. And because you're doing that, God forbid, touch wood, they might commit suicide because of the way you're acting. For there's many people that I've known, that I've met, that have committed suicide because of family, the way the African culture is, and the black community at large. So I just tell people, mind what you say, because your mouth is like a sword. There's life and there's death.
Oh,
that's how I take people. It's like, just be careful, because you don't know who you're killing inside. Now and today, your words have meaning. You can make someone flourish like a tree or wither like flowers. Is your option to choose what you want to do with it.
It's true. It's so true. And if that's why I get to Dami, how would you combat that? Like, because obviously one thing I've noticed as well, we always like to tell people and say what the situation is, but we never actually give advice on how to combat it on a day-to-day basis. How have you dealt with these situations when you've presented it to yourself?
So, it's a tough one because everyone faces it differently. Dami will experience it based on makeup. I'll experience based on the way I walk and carry myself. So I'll just say, understanding who you are as a person and understanding how to react and speak with wisdom, and know that your actions also have power. So if you want someone to have respect and understanding for us, even if they're in the wrong, is the way you react. So if that means you speak to them calmly and explain, fine. Don't get angry. Don't get defensive. Don't just walk away sometimes. Sometimes you have to walk away just for your safety, or just understanding the situation that you're in that moment and understanding how to react to it is what I would say.
Yeah, that's true. And Dami, for obviously now we're going over to you. Your one is completely different because obviously his one is based more so. Yeah, I can hear you, babe. His one is more based on Dami's. Eugene's more based on like obviously his appearance and his body. Your one is literally. So guys, just to give you a little bit about synopsis, literally me and Dami will sit there sometimes and we will literally receive text messages from individuals that are like attacking us. Like we're telling Dami he's this, he's that, he's that. How do you face it? And what would you say to anybody else who's out there like that, like you do? Yeah.
What it is that, like, the one thing that I mentioned earlier is that self-acceptance is so important. And so when you've accepted yourself, there's nothing in this world that can bring you down. What we need to preach onto our people that are, trying to come out, or they find it very hard to accept themselves, is that they need to love themselves and accept who they are. Once they've done that, they will realize that they can go on to do anything, they can handle any situation. It's not easy when the world is against you at times, and being part of the LGBT community, we do experience issues where people judge us but for us just being ourselves, you know what I mean? And this is something that I will experience every single day of my life. But what I remember is that I live my life for me. I don't live my life for anybody else, I don't live my life to make anyone happy. I live my life to make myself happy. So this is what I always tell myself, and this is what I preach to all my younger ones, to all those that struggle to be themselves, to all those that feel like they're not enough. This is what I always preach. So once you've got that self-acceptance, it flows for you, and you just know that whatever anyone thinks doesn't matter.
Can I ask a question? So you guys have heard about what's happening in Africa right now, especially within Ghana.
Yes,
You guys
correct.
know, you guys are. What are your thoughts on that? Because honestly, with me, I'm very sturdy with my thoughts. And when you're saying your thoughts, also say what would you do to help the situation? Because like I said, I always want guys to always tell us what your thoughts are and how we should help the situation. Because all of these ideas will all flow into one pot somewhere. Someone might hear it and it actually might move someone. You know what? I don't mind. Lily will go first.
So for me personally, as you stated earlier, is amongst us within the community to stand together in unison.
We definitely do.
So literally, all of us come together and speak up. All of us unite and make an impact, whether it be coming as multiple organizations right into the presidency, the government of the countries, demanding the same way they do the gay pride here. They made the mark here in London, in the UK, for the rights. Why can't we? What's stopping us? What's preventing us to do that? So it's literally, I say, once we come collectively to do so, from there, we execute a plan step by step on how to target it. Even if it's just, let's start with Ghana and let it have a domino effect for other countries, or okay, let's attack these 5 countries so the following countries fall in line and follow pursuit, or do we go straight to the African Union and attack it from there, or the United Nations? Where do we go? And I think as a collective, we need to come together, speak about it, and come together and have a solid plan to attack on how to deliver this.
Move forward with the situation.
Yeah.
I get that. Move forward with things. Dami as well. You're obviously Dami. That name Damilola is. Damilola is Nigerian. Eugene is obviously from Ghana. And Dami, like, how is it? How is it in Nigeria? Because obviously I have a kind of a vague understanding of the industry and how it happens, how LGBT is in Nigeria. But obviously, I'm sure you as a Nigerian will probably know more because it's your country and stuff like that. Like, but how is it in Nigeria? Is it similar to Ghana? Is it worse? And even with that, like, what are the things that if you know anybody that's going through?
Yeah. So obviously Nigeria, we've got this sentence. I believe it's I don't know how many years, about 10 years or 14 years. Excuse me if I'm wrong. But we do have like a life 14. Sentence. Yeah, if you are gay. So a lot of my friends and a lot of my gay brothers and gay sisters that live in Nigeria are not able to go out the street and scream that they're gay. They don't have the luxury that we have. I've had a lot of like letters and emails from people in Nigeria that want to move to London or that would love to move to London or asking for help to come because the situation there is very tough for them. They're not able to be themselves. They have to live a discreet lifestyle. So it's hard. I don't know how hard is it comparison to Ghana, but there's a big struggle that's going on, and I can imagine that the difficulty is very close, So it's crazy. It's really crazy.
Like, what's your if I may ask, what's your thoughts on like what should happen within the country now?
Like what's going on in Ghana is crazy, and what's happening in Africa
is mad.
Yes, of course, and a lot of things happening in Africa as a continent when it comes to homosexuality, and that is something that by the grace of God we should all work towards to changing, because again, this is our homeland. We do love our homeland and we are proud of our countries, but at the end of the day, this is something that hits home because we're all part of the LGBT community. So it's very difficult to change, but it's progress that we need to make, and it's actions that we should start taking, and we should start trying to find ways to come together with different community groups where we can get attention to be made, if it's international, if it is within global, like if it's within the continent in itself, if it's to do like letters to the president for help, or for to sit down with him to I don't know, it's
like
just
to sit down and have a conversation. No, because even me, I was telling you that I was even wanting to have a conversation with the president. Like I tried to get like a meeting, and I did get a meeting and stuff.
Society, obviously I know that religion comes in a lot of contacts, and
that was even what comes to next.
A lot of African countries are Muslim countries as well, but we should do more things so that we can put effort. Because I have a vision and I have a dream that one day, like I don't know when it will be, but we will be able to walk freely in our homeland in Africa, and we will be able to be proud that we are part of the LGBT community.
He said, I have a dream. Yes, you do, honey. You have a dream. And me too, I have a
I
dream
mean, let
too
me be
that one day
Martin
I
Luther
have
King right
bread.
now, honey. Let me go on like Martin Luther
Me have a
King.
dream that one day I have
Okay.
BBL. Me too, I have a BBL. We have a dream. No, but I love it. I love that I had a dream bit, babe. That got me. Last question, yeah. There's two questions I want to do before I wrap this up for us. Can you be there's one incident that happened to me, right? This woman came to message me on my Instagram. Damn, I think you even know it because the woman messaged you too, and she was sitting there. She was like, what did they do wrong? And and I put like all this whole thing about the LGBT, and she goes, well, you can't be gay and Christian. Do you personally believe you can be gay and Christian?
For me, yes, I'll say yes, because really and truly, Christianity is not something physical, it's something spiritual.
Hey,
It's your
come
spiritual
on.
belief and what you believe in with the utmost respect. So yes, biblically there may be certain parts of the Bible that man has said that is wrong, but if you know in your hearts of hearts that you serve a living God, whether it be Allah, be God, be Buddha, whatever, or whoever, as long as your heart is pure and you understand and have your own personal relationship with that higher power, you're fine. At the end of the day, you're worshipping that one person. You're not worshipping man. You're not worshipping
Sure.
any false idols or anyone else but the God that you serve. So, yeah.
And Dami, what's your thoughts?
I
Can you be
believe
gay and
that you
Christian?
can be gay and Christian because at the end of the day, like Eugene said, being Christian is a religion. It's a belief, and there's no one is perfect, and God does not judge. I mean, only God can judge at the end of the day. But for us to pray and for us to worship Him and for us to believe in our religion, we should still have that right regardless of our sexuality. So
Sure.
I know a lot of people always have rules that they feel like they can come and start to put onto us that we can't live this lifestyle. But at the end of the day, we're worshiping and we're being religious. That's our own right. You know what I mean? We have that right. So definitely I would say that you can be gay.
So thank you. And then the last, this actually got too much. The last question, well, the last one is not really a question, but the last question that I was going to ask her was, like I said before, my campaign and my movement this year is acceptance and protection. If I was able to win the crown, what advice would you give to me or what in your own right do you believe would get us that acceptance and protection that we so truly deserve and need within Africa right now? Or even around the world, to be honest, around the world, all the trans people that's around the world. And Australia, even though Australia has the rights, there's still people that are not accepting and protecting the people in there as well. Philippines, or the countries in Asia. Do you know what I mean? So, what or how do we go forth and get this acceptance and protection?
I will say, as Dami said, it's self-love. So it starts with us accepting ourselves and understanding how to protect ourselves first. Go into it with a plan. You don't just go in guns a-blazing, pion, pion, pion. I want this, I want that, I want this. You go with wisdom and understanding of the situation and with a plan. The plan might not go to
So
as
I'm just writing this down because girl, we need these information.
it's not going. The plan will never be from A to Z. You might have an A to Z plan, but it might be changing up here and there. But as long as you got a plan and the goal and a target, you follow through. Get the right people around you to support it, and find people's strengths and weaknesses so that who's going to be able to do X, Y, and Z whilst you do X, Y, and Z. So there needs to
in your
be
case, self-acceptance is the key thing. Accept yourself, move yourself, believe in who you are before you can even help someone else. That was the whole concept of put your mask on first before you help anybody else on the plane. And Dami, what are your thoughts? How do we get this acceptance and protection that we so deserve and so need?
How do we get the self-acceptance, you said?
No, how do we get acceptance and protection? Because like I said, for my campaign this year is acceptance and protection. Like, do you get what I mean? And I personally believe that's what you need within Africa for us to even move forward as a as a whole. Do you get what I mean? We're asking for us have legislation put in place to protect us and stuff like that. But truth of the matter is they haven't even accepted us yet, and they're not even protecting us. So people are dying every day anyway. Do you get what I mean? So how do we get that in your own words? What do you think? What do you think we can do to get that?
Well, for self-acceptance, how you can get that is you have to accept yourself first. It actually ties into what I said earlier. You have to accept your own self first. Do you know what I mean? So once you've done that, and it takes time, it's not as easy as just waking up in the morning. It's like it takes time. You have to love everything about you. Do you know what I mean? Once you've done that, everyone's gonna accept you.
That's hard though. That self-acceptance is hard. Remember how much I used to struggle accepting myself, babe.
You know yourself, the struggle, how it is to accept your own
it's
self.
hard.
We've done videos about this as well. So once you've accepted yourself, everyone around you will accept you because they know that there's nothing that they can have against you anymore because you are happy with you. And also protection. How to get protection.
How do we demand protection from our countries, our government?
We need laws.
How do we get that protection?
We need laws, especially in Africa. We need more laws that would protect LGBT people. And how we get that is, there's a long way to go with Africa.
That's the thing. That's the hard part. You know what I mean? How we get it? Because
of course.
I feel like we're just literally by ourselves. We're just sitting there by ourselves. But
we're not back. I think for us to get the protection, we need to all stand together and hold hands.
That is it.
Definitely, 100%.
That is it. Anyway, let's wrap this up because we're literally about to be done now. I would love to, all about empowering people, giving people. So Eugene, Dami have been such a big help in my whole career, for my whole life. Eugene for my career, to my life. Dami for my whole life, my career. These are the two people that have really helped me so much. And they've empowered me by saying so many lovely things. And what I want now is for you guys to empower somebody watching, these girls out there. So give them a message of empowerment so they can go forth before I let you guys go.
So I'll start and say is take time and find out who you are.
Find out who you are. If you look like me, find out who you are.
Take time and find out who you are. Do not rush the journey, because if you rush it, you won't experience and enjoy the process, especially at the end of the tunnel. You will learn through the journey.
Faster.
So just take time, embrace every step of your journey.
It's true.
And
people embrace your journey. Embrace every part of your journey.
Whether the highs and the lows, embrace it all. Because that builds you up to be the person that you're meant to be.
And then Dami,
what I would say for everyone who's watching is love yourself. There's no one that's more amazing than you are. You are the best. You are beautiful. And just don't rush. Not everything goes smoothly, but the plan that God has made for you is the plan that God has made for you. And your destiny is to be great. The journey to get to greatness can go through trials and tribulations, but you're gonna get there. And take time to be great. Things will happen in 1 minute, and that's something that I've always told myself, because I've been that person sitting there not really 100% happy with everything. But what I've learned to realize is that things do get better, but you have to be patient enough and you have to believe in yourself. You are more than what you are. Do you know what I mean? You can achieve so much. So that's what I would definitely tell all person is watching. And I also want to just encourage everyone to vote for my beautiful CHARLENE. I'm just super excited for her to be on this journey as well. And you're doing amazing, so keep it up.
Yeah. So make sure you like her pictures on Facebook, on Instagram, push it out, tag Miss Trans Global, and make sure you put down CHARLENE McCarthy Krabby, your Miss Trans Global Ghana, to become your Miss Trans Global.
Well, guys, thank you so much. I've freaking had an amazing time speaking to you guys. I love you to bits. You guys, I love you so much. Thank you so much. I'm just gonna wrap it up for now. But thanks for being here, and I'll probably see you guys after. Hopefully, they'll put you backstage and we have a conversation after this. But thank you so much. I love you guys. Kisses.
Bye.
So there you guys have it. That was an amazing conversation that we had with Dami and Eugene. Like they said, my name is CHARLENE McCarthy Krabby, and I'm your Miss Trans Global Ghana. I am here to be the real. I am here to start change, to start a marathon that can keep on running with the multiple queens that are going to come after me. I'm here to empower different queens are underneath me, people that are just like me, people who have the body shape like me, who don't believe that they can be nice or whatever. I am here. I am your representation. So please, please go and follow me, follow my journey, go and vote, go and like, subscribe. I would say that, but if I don't have YouTube, but and do you get what I mean? And let's come together as one to oh god, let's come together. Oh god, that almost got me. Let's come together as one to create positive change. Signing out, Miss Charlene, your Miss Trans Global Ghana. Like I said, go and like. Also follow the Miss Trans Global page. If you actually vote for me and you don't follow the page, it doesn't count. So please follow the page and press that like button, and let's do this so we can start the change. Thank you once again, guys. Love you. God bless you.